Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here, Safi Financial Network. Today is July 29, 2025. Or we're kind of like getting to the end of the month of July, and we should see the monthly chart as previously monthly chart gave us a bigger picture of what's going to happening for the market. So this is a nice kind of like up trend line channel, actually, I should say. And market just kind of like getting to an interesting area. So this channel actually forms since 2027, 2018, and this one is getting all the way up to the upside. You see that how it play around nicely with a lower channel and top of the channel. And right now we are getting another time to this higher trend line of this channel. And that would be the scenario that I'm kind of like getting into the cautious mood. Even if we can just consolidating here, it doesn't mean that market cannot go higher. But I would say still is going to be very cautious because since 2018, it doesn't break above this channel. So the last time we got close was at beginning of this year, and you see that how market reacted sharply to the downside. This is 2022, and this is 2018 to all the way 2020. We went into kind of like this consolidation period. So all in all, I should say market is in a good high momentum to the upside. We got pretty nice 3 months, consecutive 3 months after this April bottom. And this April bottom is kind of like the same scenario as we got here in 2020 COVID crash bottom and 2022 bottom. So we kind of like a setting up for a nice rally, but I would say be careful about the next 3 months. I would say we may see some kind of like a good bull flag here formation with a corrective 3 months corrective pattern to the downside to 6,000, even 5,900, which is going to be 4,000 below this area. And that would be pretty nice setup for a next rally, potentially to new all-time high 7,000 by 2026. So just bear with me because I believe that we are going to get a very nice buying setup by end of September, October. So everyone needs to be careful about this stage. But if you're a long-term investor, I would say still this can play out very nicely by 2026. I'm not expecting a major crash or major kind of like a downside to this area. Even if that happens, that's going to give us a great buying opportunity. But I don't think that's going to happen. And we may see some kind of like a corrective move to 6,000, then getting back all the way up to 7,000 area by, let's say, March 2026. So we will see how it goes. Today we got earning for Starbucks and Visa. We will get to those ones. And tomorrow we will have earning for Meta, for Microsoft and Lam Research. Thursday we will have Amazon and Apple. So that's going to give market volatility, especially at beginning of August. But I would say still we are kind of like in that bullish momentum. You see that here's the daily chart, and we got kind of like a nice 2 days consecutive corrective, but momentum is still is high. And when we get some kind of like a modest correction, market getting back to the upside. But right now, I would say based on the monthly and weekly chart that as I just gave you analysis in the weekly edition as well, we should just be careful about 64.45. As I said, like it's kind of like the area that I'm just looking for a correction. The correction, as I said, 59 to 6,000, it would be very, very nice sweet spot for a corrective move. And potentially that can happen in months of August to September. We may see some kind of like a challenges down the road. Moving on to Nasdaq. Nasdaq is just heading to this area, 24,000 area is pretty close. So we got kind of like a shooting a star on the top like yesterday, pretty close to the box that I have here. So this is the area that I was looking for a reversal. And this is a daily chart. So still we are in uptrend, and we should just be careful about the shorting the market because overbought can be more overbought. But I would say we are getting close to a corrective period. And as I said before, correction is going to be a good buying opportunity. I'm not going to short the market yet. Not in 2025. I'm not going to short the market, but I'm going to just allocating more cash on the side just get a choppy cash on the side, waiting for correction because the next move is going to be very, very nice one. So as I said, Thursday and tomorrow we will have big techies earnings. So that's going to bring up lots of volatility for Nasdaq as well. So 22,000 area, even 21,000 area could be a good correction target. But right now we are at 23,300. So we should just stay cautious and leave it as is. Dow is forming kind of like a bullish consolidation trigger to the upside, but going all the way up to this triple top here. Didn't go to new all-time high closely and didn't go to 46,000. Just bring it down because today we got Boeing. Earning result was great, but market didn't. Market just forecasted better because of the new contracts with Boeing. So Boeing just reversing to the downside, and I believe that this is kind of like a multi-month potentially tough for Boeing, and it can go lower. We don't have a Boeing allocation myself on subscribers. We sold out in this recent rally. But all in all, I should say Dow with United Health and Boeing getting to the downside. So it's kind of like in a cautious mode. We may go more downside for Dow to this 42,000, but that would be kind of like, as I said, bringing us a good spot for a next buying back to stocks. So we'll see how it goes. Gold at the same time, just getting to the corrective phase. We are kind of like finding support here, but I would say this. If this consolidates here, we may see another drop potentially to this sweet spot that I was waiting for. We didn't get above this at 3,400. Whenever we get here, we kind of like reject it and getting back down. I would say next 2-3 months it could be a good buying opportunity for gold if we get a good correction. Right now, stochastic momentum is giving us a nice buying setup here. So we will see if that happens or not. But I would say just be cautious on the cautious side, just because on a daily chart it shows us a buy setup, but when I go to the weekly chart, still we are not there yet. So waiting for a stochastic to get into nice oversold condition, and that would be a perfect scenario for gold to getting back for precious metals, because I believe that the next target is going to be 3,900 here, as I said like before, and that would be a very nice scenario for gold. So stay tuned for that one. Wait for that one because that's going to give us a good buying opportunity. Moving on to silver, which is the same here. Silver, we got kind of like getting correction, going back down, and we may see some kind of like another drop to 35, 36, but that would be it. Silver is shaping better in a monthly, weekly, and I would say silver still can go higher to 42 to 44 after this correction. Moving on to crude. Crude is just getting higher today as there was a kind of like announcing a tariff sanctions actually against Russia. And President Trump just threatened Putin that it's going to be 1 week or 10 days instead of having like a 1 month. So this bring a crude volatility to the upside. If we tackle to 72, if we get above this 72, I would say $80 and 97 is coming down the road, which I believe that it's coming. And crude move is coming down the road. So stay patient for that one. All right, so today we got Starbucks. Let me just point it out here. Starbucks earning after hours. It just a nice move to the upside. You see that this is a weekly chart. We got a bull flag. We tested this wide range bar, getting back to the upside. We said Starbucks can go all the way up to 117. And also we got Visa. And Visa just after hours just hammered. I'm not sure what was that earning, but it's just going down like a slaughter after hours. We just find a doji bar here after hours, and potentially if it consolidates here, that's going to give us a bear flag to the downside for another great buying opportunity, which I always into Visa and those credit companies, because they're pretty good companies. It just give us a good buying opportunity. As I said, today as well, United Health actually gave us earning as well. So United Health, it was kind of like a conservative earning. So it's just getting down 7% and just bring the Dow down. So it's kind of like a forming, shooting to the downside. If you go to weekly chart, can give you better picture how slaughtered this one is happening. And right now we are seeing a very nice divergence happening. You see that? So here is the nice MACD just going up and then getting back down, potentially for a lower low in price, but not lower low in MACD, in a higher low in MACD. This gives us a very nice, good buying setup around 220-ish. So stay tuned for that one, because if that happens, that would be a great kind of like a capitulation buying setup for this name. So we will see how it goes. All right, folks, I believe I covered everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.